Seeking English, S.A.T. Workbook, page 434, problem 3. It looks like there's a lot to do in this problem, and really there is not if you will make reasonable assumptions about test design. Reasonable assumptions are occasionally wrong, and there is extra work to do. But most of the time, there isn't. That's why they're reasonable assumptions. In this case, you've got, it seems like, just a bunch of integers, okay, to deal with in the problem. And the answers, you've got integers, and I might note also all positive integers, but I will get to that. But what this means is, if you get one of these numbers, you're done. Okay, do not waste your time thinking about what your algebra teacher would want you to do with that other number. It's only going to be to your disadvantage. Don't do it. Okay, figure out what is the correct answer and move on without trying to prove that it's the correct answer. Okay, you don't have to prove things. All you have to do is get rid of 3 answers that can't be right. Okay, if one of these numbers is correct, okay, the other number combinations are automatically wrong. That's it. Process of elimination. Okay, I know I've said this a lot. It's worth understanding this point. It is very much worth understanding this point. Okay, so what do we have? Again, I mentioned integers, and the reason I mention this is the way the test is designed and the way the practice materials are these practice materials or other practice materials are usually designed is so that for most problems, you can assume that an average student in an average amount of time will be slightly more likely to get the answer correct than to get it wrong. And as using that as a rough metric, it is safer to assume, in terms of your time budget, that if you only see integers, okay, in the problem and in the answers, this is going to be an integer problem. Okay, I know something could always go wrong, but probably it won't. Probably it won't. Let's try it. Okay. What you have here, yes. This A and this B have to combine to produce this 18. This 2 and this 8 are going to produce this 16, which is not useful information. What you're solving for is this C, which is the middle term. What are you given? You're already given A plus B equals 9. Okay? From this, okay, you can decide that A times B equals 18. And we'll do a dot, I guess. There you go. What does this tell you? Well, if they were both positive integers, they could produce this 18. If they were both negative integers, they could still produce this 18, but they would not produce this 9. Produce this 9, okay, they either both need to be positive, or the one with a smaller absolute value has to be negative. But if one were positive and one were negative, you wouldn't be seeing this 18, you would be seeing a negative number. Okay, if you need to, slow down the video and check what I just said. It's very logical, and if it's not obvious to you, it probably will become obvious to you by the time you take the test. Just look at it again, okay? This tells you that these are positive integers. That's what it tells you, or at least that they're positive numbers. You assume integers. What are possible integer combinations to produce 9? We could do it this way. This way is going to be slightly easier to attack. Okay, we can eliminate answers to this if we first eliminate answers to this. Oh no, it could be any 2 numbers. No, it couldn't. You assume they're integers, or I shouldn't say positive. I'll start with non-negative integers, including 0. Okay, just for good measure. 0, 9. Okay, there. 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, and 5. That's about it. Okay. The 0, 9 I just put in there for good measure. It's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, that would be correct. This would not produce an 18. Okay, there you go. A plus B. Okay, each of these combinations produces a 9. Even if you reverse the numbers, doesn't matter, and you're going to see why it matters that it doesn't matter later. Okay, 1 and 8. If you multiply these together, though, okay, 1 and 8 don't produce 18. 2 and 7 don't produce 18. 4 and 6 don't produce 18. The only number combination that produces this 18 is 3 and 6. But teacher, I don't know which is the A and which is the B. Well, they're both A and they're both B. You have 2 answers for each of these. So which would be quicker to plug in, the 3 and the 6 in this order or in that order? It doesn't matter. Don't waste time deliberating over which thing is going to be faster to calculate. Your deliberation time is going to make up more than the difference. And it will wear you down in terms of your executive function trying to figure out how to save time ordering them. Plug them in It's going to be a 3 and a 6. Okay? From there, middle terms. This 3x and this 8 combined to positive 24x. Okay? This 2 and this 6 combined to form positive 12x. Okay? I'm going to put the positive there just to make sure we understand this. 36x, your C is a 36. The 36 is down here. Are you going to go on to the 54 and do anything with that? No! No, but if you got to the 54 first, before the 36, then don't touch the 36. Either way, that other number is an invitation to waste your time. I've explained this a lot. You may feel that I'm wasting your time now. That's fine. It's much better to let me waste your time now than to be wasting your own time during the test.